Hello, stream time. It's Tuesday. It's almost December. What the hell? Go away, winter. It's not even technically winter yet. It's already getting flurries and stuff outside. Anyway, what were we doing on this last time? I think setting up shots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case. Trying to figure out what kind of scope creep we're gonna get here. I had some ideas for the previous one too, and I can't remember any of them. I'll remember them. Anyways, so I had this really set for an establishing shot. Not this exactly, but something. I kind of don't want to show Twilight at the beginning, though. I feel that that this shot is almost a better introduction to her. But then how do I maintain placement? By maintain placement, I mean hello, Everfree. Maintaining, having the user still understand where people are. Because you could start by looking at sciencey stuff. Oh, mouthful. So if I wanted to do that, an establishing would have to be, or would require to be, not as much of an establishing, but like a something else very early on would have to determine. Do I start it with her? No, because I feel like then it would be silent. I almost feel like I need some kind of audio for her at the beginning. Because I don't think I can yank any of these other ones. Yeah, is there something that she says that I could put at the beginning? Might have to take a look here. You lie. I know this rocket. Rocket surgery. Oh, thank you. Surgery. Actually, I was offered affiliate. Oh, long before I actually took it. Originally, I didn't like it because the I felt that the split for Twitch to streamer was very much in Twitch's favor. I think it's 50%, and that is, I think, kind of stupid. So I didn't originally want to do it because I told people if they want to donate, there's better ways to do it.
Rocket science! Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I need a bunch of crap. Go get it. Let's do this. Believe in your dreams. Woo!
Actually, I might be able to use this one because this is technically what we're doing.
Rocket science! Woo!
I could probably cut out the beginning part, or
science.
just at the beginning.
Science! Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I need a bunch of crap. Go get it. Let's do this. Believe in your dreams. Woo! Rocket science!
I mean, that whole thing could actually work, but it's the go get it part that kind of doesn't work.
An idea for a rocket. Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. Your help.
I wonder if I can cut it off right there. I think I can. It might take a little bit of tweaking, but I think it is. That's pretty interesting if I can find what I need right at the beginning. I don't think I pulled Audacity on here yet. I'll put this with software.
Rocket navigation system, but I need your help. What?
This would be right here. It would essentially be gone.
Your help. But I need your help.
See, it feels
But I need your help.
like it cuts her off then.
I need your help. Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. Need your help. Rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
I think that's going to be the best I'm going to do. Zoom in. Okay, maybe a little bit less. Let's see if we remove that.
Need your help.
Nope. Need a little bit more.
Help.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, hot blood ball.
You ever see that basketball movie with the rocket science? Woo! Rocket science! Woo! I got an idea for I got an idea for science. Woo! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! I got an idea for a rocket.
Okay, so I can split that up. Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm still going to need to split this up a little bit. Well, yes. I already used that audio, though. That audio clip when I was playing Borderlands Pre-Sequel originally, it cracked me up so much. I had to throw into something in here.
Rocket science! Woo! science! Woo!
I'm just trying to break down ideas for it. I'm thinking about starting this right away because if I have too much silence for establishing, it feels like that's you're setting a precedence. So I want to try to jump right into it.
Rocket science! Woo!
Oh.
Rocket science! Woo!
Okay, so Hello. What are you doing, Shadow? I do want to have a shot showing him. This is normally I would do like a close up, but I really actually want to do like a kind of a wide angle shot. It makes it look creepier. Just starting is always the hardest part. So trying to figure out like how do I break this down, because I can have this. Oh no, this one. So I'm gonna change this one. You know what? I might keep this. This shot. But I'm gonna reduce it to like 2 seconds. Rawr. Rawr. It's like a robotic cat. Yeah. Oh, did you get it on the sale? Yeah. The I got Steam Link originally when they like the early release, so a couple of years ago when they first announced them. I got in there. I got it like a month before it actually came out, and I love that thing. It's so good. I just don't think that there's a market out there for it. But for those that do want, would use something like that, is actually a brilliant little device. I have it hooked up to my other TV. I've played a whole crap load of games from there. When I had my leg injury a couple years back, I had been stuck on the couch for like a month and a half, and I ended up playing with. I used a Steam controller to play like Civilizations with one hand on my couch for a while. It was great. Yeah, it was $250, but then like $7 or $8 something for shipping. I originally wanted to see if I could buy more than one and just like combine it with shipping because I was gonna buy like 4. There's no real lag on it. It's as long as you have a decent router, there's no input lag. I mean, or at least nothing that's noticeable. Yeah, if you're using a wired connection, it can run wireless, but I recommend you do not use the wireless unless you have a 5 gigahertz router. If you don't have a 5 gigahertz wireless connection in your Wi-Fi, if you don't do Wi-Fi. It's not going to be able to keep up with it enough. With the 5 gigahertz, Steam Link has the app on the phone. I was able to run Vermintide at, I believe, it was 2K resolution from my monitor to my phone at 60 frames per second, and it was fine. I was able to play it from my phone. I mean, obviously not with the touchpad, but with the controller. So it was pretty, but that's a different thing. That's the phone app. I haven't actually tried it. Well, I kind of tried it, but supposedly, if you have really good internet connection on both sides, you can actually run it over like over the internet. So if you have both locations with really fast internet, you could technically stream it to your phone. There's probably going to be a little bit of input lag then, but for games like Civilizations or stuff that it doesn't matter, or at least it doesn't matter as much. Can't see any reason why not.
Rocket science.
Okay, so I think I'm going to stay here. Then I'm going to go... You know what? Maybe I won't. I might keep it here. Let's go with... Okay, so that's 35 is that wide. It was 24. Normally, I'm not a fan of going that high on the depth of field, but I think it actually works here. So I want to have him looking like pretty confused. Yeah, I didn't try the 4G, but if you have a decent wireless, or just if you have a plugged-in connection for the Steam Link, I was able to I could plug it in and run perfectly fine on my TV, and it was like that. It's super simple because all it is if you don't have a Steam controller, it can be a little bit more picky. But I've only tried it once, but one of my friends said that they've hooked up like an Xbox controller to it with like zero issue. So you turn the controller, turns on the Steam Link, and then the Steam Link goes and says, these are all the saved connections and who's online. And so it'll be like, okay, like when I was on my old apartment, my roommate and I would show up on it. And then I would select me, and it would literally hijack my PC and put it into big picture mode, and then I would just run it then from there on the couch. It was you're not running it in the background of your computer, it's just streaming the video from your computer. But the nice thing is that you can technically run it without a game, so you could just stream your desktop to your computer that way too. So that's why it's pretty versatile for a tiny little box, and for $250, because they are discontinuing it. It was pretty good. Boo! Oh, no chance you could wire it. Just like I did. Like at my old house, you just drill a hole in the floor. The modem was straight below me, so we just drill a hole. I refuse to do wireless for my main computer hookups. Right. Okay, so we're gonna do... I'm just gonna break this up a little bit more. And really, if you get a 5 gigahertz wireless connection nowadays, it's not that bad. The old 2.4 was it or something? That wasn't as good. I might have a Spike come in later. Go away, Spike. I kind of want to just do Twilight right now. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to work on at this time. I have ideas that I want to start, but with Fallout 76 is distracting me, and I have some other stuff that's being worked on. So until then, I want to spend some time off stream getting idea stuff flushed out before I start working on stream. Okay, so I'm going to determine that it was this side I was going to stay on, right? Yeah. I like it a lot actually. I think the game is great. It definitely has some issues for sure that need to be worked out. Won't deny that, but that was mallets. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't breaking that. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's best when played with people. It's not. It can be played as a solo game, but it's not as entertaining that way. Playing with other people is what's great. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. They just made an announcement today too about fixing or listed a lot of the bugs that were the prevalent ones that they're going to be fixing within the next week or two, and some other things that they're going to be pushing through. So they're listening. It's just it's a big game with lots of things, so it just takes time to fix. I do think that they released it a little early compared to than they should have, but buggy or not, I'm enjoying it. Well, yeah, they have to fix the bugs. If they didn't, that would be some massive backlash. No, there's a couple of the main ones that are prevalent that they already have down saying we're going to be fixing these. So they're at least they were having an issue before, I think because of the holiday or whatever, that there was a lack of communication where people weren't hearing anything, and holidays were over and they said some stuff. So this wouldn't be establishing shot anymore. So this would be well, this one's a little bit more difficult to mod though, because if you open up a multiplayer game like that to mods, you potentially have people breaking it. So the other ones you could put in this fixing mods but it also involved mods where you had infinite health and all this other stuff. So they can't open it up wide like that, not like they used to. So they have to fix it. They have to do work. I wonder if there is science noises. Oops.
I'm getting...
Welcome, test prisoner, to the Terra 3 Penal Science Colony.
Science!
Maybe not that. The lab. Science noises, yes. Gargling Epsom salt. Yes. That'll work. No, I'm looking for they have some of these. Or maybe not that one. Like ones like this. No, those are ones a lot more low key. Let's do that one.
Rockets up!
But then even in here, like, so when this cuts to her, you could say that she is not by the machinery. So you would potentially want to do a little bit quieter. Any other like lab sounds? It's open for like bubbling. Should have almost done that for launching scoots. I'm looking for the word loop, because anything that's not a loop, it's just going to be noises and then it ends. So the only ones that really have loops are the ones up here. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother with any of that. I think this one will do for now. It's something. It's like it's a white noise. That's all I want. Actually, I need to put that one back in again. This is lab 2. Need to put it in again because I cut up the other one. So if I want to loop it, I'll make sure this loops.
Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation.
Mute that low. Okay, besides the change in volume, that works. I'll just put this on a 0.8 so it's matching. Good enough for me.
Rocket science! Woo! I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
I'll finish with this part next.
I need your help. Rocket science! Woo! I need your help. Rocket science! Woo!
Yeah, I might actually put that second. Because it makes more sense. Kind of. She's asking for help, but he's already there on the platform.
An idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. Rocket science! Woo! Squishy! Yeah! Now grab the brain!
I wonder if I should have her line be to Spike or to him. I'm thinking to Spike. I think it makes more sense. I might put him on that side. No, because then if I go back to this, I need him on that side. Okay, so I have to keep him over there, but I don't want to break. Because if I had him on this side, she could talk to him easier.
idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. But I need your help. I got an idea. I got it. I need help. I need your help. I got it.
Okay, so they are tied to her eyes. Creepy.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I got an idea for a rocket.
Okay, he can't get squished at really. Stop it, Mallet. Didn't ask for this.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. I need your help.
Okay, I have to get Spike with that, like, the fuck face again. Okay, if I did this, technically, I could start this as with him as the focus. And then it would require me... Oh, probably shouldn't have, I don't think I'm going to break that up so early. I'm going to probably be adjusting this. Let's do that for now.
Navigation system, but navigation system, I need your help. I got an idea for a rocket.
I'm just going to do this the goofy way.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. It's an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
Sure, we'll go with that. It's really poor, and that's what's great. Yeah, everybody says 76 is trash, and it has things to fix, but I think like a lot of the reviews I've read on that were people playing solo, and if you were to start the game solo and nothing but solo, yeah, I probably would have maybe said the same. But it's with the other people that we've had a lot of hilarious moments and a lot of entertainment, and because you have other people in a party, you have a lot more free teleports, which allows you to save money quickly. So because you can teleport to other players in your team and their camps for free. So if you're spread out, it's so much cheaper. So you're not, because I would think that if you're playing solo and you're having to pay for any teleports or having to walk everywhere instead, yeah, that would be kind of like, I gotta go over there now. But I think that they did update their engine. If you look up close to a lot of objects, they did update things. I mean, their things are cleaner, but I also think that some of the things they did didn't quite work the way that they wanted it to, like the light rays going through mountains and some things. So, but I think that it needs to be optimized and cleaned up. So I just think they just released it too soon, but they probably didn't have a choice. They probably were at a deadline that they couldn't break. I think the game looks really, really, really nice, especially if you like go into the forest in the northeast corner. It's like the foggy forest area. That gets really, really, really pretty, especially with the red trees and whatever.
I have an idea for a rocket. Idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
No, yeah, I can. It does reuse a lot of assets from the other games, which I don't mind because really, if they would have just given up like a multiplayer version of Fallout 4, that would have been great. And essentially, that's what they did, just with a whole new world, much bigger map. So I'm not complaining on that. I feel that some of the, because a lot of the other games had memorable characters, whether or not they were great. I mean, Preston was memorable, annoying, but memorable, and there was other characters in there that were memorable, and there's none of that here. And the AI or the characters that they do have aren't really, other than like Rose is really, really good. She's fun to listen to, and thought there's one other, but like the Enclave guy, I thought he was good in the first 10 seconds, and then after that I didn't like him anymore.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but
Yeah, I only jumped into the beta towards the end. I only got into a few of them. I have Overmare, over. Actually, I can't even remember now. Overmare works. I just started doing the I'm at the end of the Enclave ones, where I have to. I can launch my nuke now.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. You need help.
So I can keep him as the focus, and then right here, shift the focus.
I got an idea.
But I feel like doing that, he's not as blurred as he should be. I just don't like playing with aperture. And the lighting's not final for what she's going to need. Definitely more lighting. He's going to need more lighting to look right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't really followed that, and I'm close to. I'm working my way down the northeast corner of the map, hitting up the spots. I've already finished off almost everything on the, at least visually, to find on the map from the gorge over. There's still some things in the gorge, and then the upper right is essentially where I'm kind of been focusing a lot of my efforts.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
I'm gonna get some of the extra camera movement on these too. Yeah. I got in too late, so I didn't get any of the codes. He's got the eyes that are... Yeah, I can probably... Because these are now set to, like... Yeah, it shouldn't be that far apart. I don't like that orange right there. It's distracting for his face. It's set to glow, so that should be easy enough to reduce. I don't mind reducing it. I just want to. So that one. This is the wall mount. Yes. I might need to zero it out. Yeah, I need to zero it out. I might add some other like BB, booby lights in there or something. This is only a flat movement. How does that work? Oh, the mallet's getting in the way. I wonder if I can go forward a little bit too. So that mallet needs to not be doing what it does. Ooh, that blocks that light. That light is harsh without the mallet there. We're going to keep the mallet there. We're just going to go in with it. There it goes.
Rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
Okay, so now I need this spike don't give a shit look.
help.
Hello, Wish Tune.
Rocket su- system, but I need your help. I'll need your help.
Yeah, this is Source Filmmaker, and it is it costs quite a bit. Total of like $0. That's free. There's no cost for getting the software, and the vast majority of models out there are also free.
System, but I need your help.
The ones from games, free. The ones like if you go to the workshop, everything in the workshop is free. So like, let's go to most recent. Or not. There it goes. Which is a good thing to do every now and then. And everything that's on here, I mean, this is from Mega Man. It's just from Mass Effect, Cat 6 Mercenaries, a 64 version of Waluigi, more Mass Effect. Oh, there's actually a lot of Mass Effect that was added recently. Ooh, that's a new one. I like that. So all these are free. So they might be from other games, but people ported them, and they're free. You can see if it rubs and what you got too. Because the only intense part with SFM is if you're trying to do some immensely complicated scenes, which you probably aren't going to be doing right away. Like even the scene I'm doing right now looks complicated, but it's actually pretty simple in terms of SFM. So it's just a bunch of loaded models that are all freely available as well. And you can shut off lights like I did there, because you can see like frame rate. I'm running at like about 30 frames a second in preview in what's in here. But if I turn off the lights, I'm now running at like 75. So you can generally work in an unlit bit to save some processing. You can turn off progressive refinement to save a little bit. You can turn off ambient occlusion, which makes everything look a little bit like pasty, but now my frame rate's up another 20, up into the 90s. So there's a lot of options for saving processing. So I think I'm running this at 720 as well. Yeah. So and that's the lowest you can get the resolution. So you can see that because this won't go any bigger for the previous screen. That's what the black areas are there. If I run in 2K and I'm in SFM, if I have it on 720 preview, the preview window never gets much bigger than about this. No matter what I do, I have to turn it to 1080 to get a bigger preview window. Well, sound effects normally don't have too much of an issue with. Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been reducing my coffee intake, so. I've been wanting to do a coffee reset for a while.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation.
No, the whole point is to cut out. Is to cut off caffeine. I have to do it every now and then because to get the same amount of like kick from coffee, I need to keep increasing it. So then you get to like 2 cups, 3 cups a day, and then at that point it's like if I go a day without, I get a horrible headache. If I can get it down to like half a cup a day, I can usually be fine if I don't go a couple days. So I want to get to the point where I can cut it out completely, go about 2 weeks, and actually, if you do that, or at least if I do it, I actually feel way better after that 2 weeks. Just eventually something happens to where I need an extra boost for the day and I get back into caffeine, or not caffeine, coffee. But I just love the taste of coffee. I love coffee. So that's, that doesn't help.
For a rocket.
Actually, I do, I'm not a big fan of cocoa. I feel like that's just too much sugar stuff, but, I actually am a big fan of ginger tea. Because I get like these nasty dizzy spells every now and then that knock me out for a while, and ginger is a natural remedy for, not remedy, I guess, a natural helper when it comes to vertigo. Thing is that decaf isn't just the removal of caffeine from coffee. The process that's needed to remove the caffeine removes a lot of other stuff that, to me, a cup of decaf just isn't the same. It doesn't have the same taste to it. Because there's a lot of natural oils in coffee that I love, and to get the caffeine out, you have to treat it. By treating it, you're affecting it. So, I haven't found a decaf I like. Or at least, I like enough as a replacement.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
It might be too long. Right about there. A little shorter.
Need your help. I need your help.
Perfect. Enough to just kind of be like 2 taps of the foot and then you're good. So it'll be like 1, 2, done. There's a spike, yeah, there is a spike model with his wings, I believe. But all the other ones I've been doing with Sci-Twi have been with this Sci-Twi model and that spike, if spike's in there. So I wanted to keep it consistent. So okay, so this is where I'm gonna probably have her do
Rocket science! Woo!
okay, I think I know how to continue this now.
Rocket science! Science! Yes.
No, I definitely play. I play a lot of video games, and no, don't have any problem with answering questions. That's actually the whole point of the stream. Is if people have SFM questions or just questions in general, I have no problem answering them. Oh, probably should turn my ambient occlusion back on. There's also this setting. I never use it though. it could give a neat effect when, like, at this level. Like,
Help. Navigation system, but I need your help.
the problem is, the size of the line is consistent no matter the distance. So, so you have, it looks like thinner lines here, but these lines get super thick. But if I start zooming in to get to here, and this level is actually pretty decent and could make a decent looking outline, but then you get this. All right, look at them from there. It's like if you could do the lines, but you could change how thick they were from a distance, I would consider it. But no, that just makes them look awkward. And actually, it's funny is that these things aren't. They're the only ones that are cartoonish. But always for video games, like right now, the two things I'm playing the most are Fallout 76 and Vermintide 2. For some reason, like, we've been playing Vermintide for like 9 months, and it's still a game we could go back to. I've never really played Stardew. My sister's big into that. I don't play it. I have a Switch too, so I've been playing games on Switch here and there. Really, that's the main two I'm playing right now. It's just 76 and Vermintide. You can also go to ambient occlusion and turn it on for both. But I feel like that's weird though, because it's like it's cartoon and not at the same time. So, but no. And actually, I was experimenting for a little bit. So if I turn the lights back off, so I was thinking like, okay, for a pony, their outline normally is some kind of a color matching them in some way or another. You can go into the camera here. Let me change it back to the other one. You can go to the camera, show an element viewer, and actually change that tint. So you could be like man, that's green. For Twilight, you could say, I want to do a, let's say like a deepish purple outline. Okay. Oops. Which shot did that? Okay, so this one. Oh, that's too bright. Still too purple. There. So you could do something like this. That could actually work for an outline for her. The problem is that it's everything. So even spike and everything, you would have to like play with the camera to try to get it to work the way you want it to. For single pony pictures, that definitely can actually work if there's nobody else in the shot and it's just them with no clothing or anything. But it's kind of limiting use then. I'll just stick with the 3D. What's the meaning of life? Yeah, I'll go with 42. And actually, I think I've asked this once before, but bigger nerd question. In the books, they actually do give the question. Because the whole point was 42 was given because to find the ultimate answer needed the ultimate question. But they actually find the ultimate question later in the book. Does anybody know what that is without looking it up?
Rocket.
See, this, I'm actually breaking the 180 rule here. So this, I'm on this side of their conversation. Then I stay on this side of the conversation, but then I jump to the opposite side. I don't like that. I can get away with, let's take Spike here. Oh, this is exactly like he's about to have a full-blown panic attack. Yep, if that's what you see in his face, then that's perfect. Nope, it's not why we're here. I don't remember the exact wording, but I do remember it in a general sense. Oh, he is floating. Oh yeah, I needed them floating because they're needing to be above the ground. Nope, not about computing. Oh, let me see if I can find it quick. Okay, there's the they have it where they're given the answer, but they're not actually saying it easily. Might be because it's a spoiler, but they do, because yep, there it is. Okay, so I did find the answer to it. And so in the book, and it's not really a spoiler because it's just kind of an off-the-cuff thing that they throw in there, and so it was. At one point, they're put on a prehistoric Earth of sorts, and they live there for like 10 years. And I think this is like book 4 or 5, because the Hitchhiker's Guide is only 5 books, and they're there for a long period of time, surviving. And maybe it's like just a couple of years. I can't remember how long. But while they're there, they're on Earth, and Earth was supposed to be the device that was the computer that was created to determine the ultimate question. So in essence, every human, because it was destroyed right before the question was determined, was a cog in that machine. So because he had innately been the only survivor on that planet before it exploded, they're like, well, maybe you know the ultimate question. So they decided that the best way to do that was to make Scrabble pieces with letters and put it in a bag, and he would pull it out. And as they started pulling it out, he was making a sentence. And the sentence ended up being the ultimate question. And the whole... if people don't want what the actual question is, again, it's not a big spoiler, you can mute it. Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. See you later. No, the ultimate question ended up being, what do you get when you multiply 6 by 9? And that was 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, or 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Yeah, so it's the answer isn't even 42. It's another number. It's essentially just making fun of the fact that there's nothing. There is no question, there is no answer. They essentially just get the answer, and then they look at it and go, what? And then they just continue on.
Rocket! Rocket science!
I might need to do this without lights.
Rocket science!
I might need to put some kind of a platform for them to stand on, because I can have them hover. Movement at this point kind of makes it appear that they're floating. Then you can just feel it. Unless I did like this, but then I don't want to do it from Spike's level. Because at this point it makes it feel like I'm looking at it from Spike's perspective. Well, if I'm looking at it from this perspective, it feels more like a bystander or somebody that's watching. Oh yeah, there was something about base 13. Okay, it could be that. If it was base 13, then it'd be 42. I just saw a quick note of it as I was going through. So it could be, but it still doesn't really make too much more sense. It's like they almost gave it the question of, or they accidentally fed into the computer, what is the answer to 42? Or what is the question to 42?
Rocket science! Rocket! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
Let's keep it like that.
Science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Science! Woo!
I'm just doing cheap bits for now.
Woo! Science! Woo! Science! Woo!
How do you say woo? I say woo.
Rocket science! Woo!
Sure. Yeah, there's going to be a clothing up for now. I can definitely have it not be one. It's because I didn't lift the arm actually up. I like just grabbed it from the side and turned it up. So it's basically that's the armpit instead of it being the front of the arm. So I was just going the cheap route. I don't care right now because it's easy to undo that. I just want to have a sense of where I'm going. What's the lens on this one? Oh. I was using a 35. I don't know if I want to use a 35. To me, a 35 is not going to look right for that kind of shot. Well, I have quite a few. I have all the for almost any sound effects that I would need. I have in Source. There's everything out there. Like it's some of them you can repurpose for other needs. There's also there's actually I downloaded a pack at one point. I surprisingly haven't downloaded a model yet here. That's for magic, that's just huge. There's an enormous amount of magic effects here. A lot of them are from like Mortal Kombat or some MMORPGs. These are all super useful. I've used these quite often for stuff too. Oh, I like these ones. Oh, that was cool. It's like a bullet. Hold on, I kind of want to use this one for as a supplement. Yeah, the really sound effects aren't normally my issue. The issue I normally have is music type stuff, because it's usually your options are a general song go over everything, or to have something custom done. And the problem I hate with custom is, well, you can get a product you like. I'm kind of a hermit, and I don't like contacting people to do stuff. So I tend not to.
Now grab the brain.
I tend to stay away from like anything custom.
Hands. Woo! Rocket science. Woo!
I'm gonna actually, I think, have her like stand up with that, so there will be a lot more camera movement.
Science.
Like I'll probably have it kind of go like a, I guess I can kind of do like a rough version of it.
Science. Woo! Woo! Science. Woo!
Something like that. Yeah, I go through if I know I brought up the website before on here, but if anybody needs free music in Computech or in Computech, I think, I don't know how you say it, but very good website. To me, it keeps Creative Commons royalty free music simple and easy to get, without having to go to extra lengths like to get them, and provides you all the information you need, and the quality is pretty good. It's above average. Like for when I do tutorials, I use one called Cypher from here. And so the main thing is that you just put this in the description, so that that's the only credit that you need to actually add. And being Creative Commons means that you're allowed to use it for non-commercial uses. Which essentially means you cannot use it for the selling of a product or as a product. YouTube is not a product. YouTube actually falls into that area where you can use it in a YouTube video, as long as you're not using it in the selling of a physical product. But you can use it without issue and monetize it. So, but yeah, so like this is the one I use for my tutorial stuff. So, and there's a lot of music on here. Like a lot of different collections. I've been through the comedic one a bit. One of my favorite is the Meatball Parade. It's so good. So yeah, there's a lot of different stuff on here that goes by themes. I think when I was doing the last video, what do you get, the flight one? I looked up like an old timey type music. Can't remember what it was called. But yeah, it was just kind of like an old timey type. I think it was actually, it might have been a piano. I don't think it was under any of these. No. But they're very nice. Like, it was just... It's nice for background music. Actually, it's perfect for a lot of that. Yeah, his stuff is used quite often, that I've seen. And you can actually buy it so that I don't even think it's that expensive. Yeah, so you can actually buy the ability to use it in commercial purposes. And it's like what? Yeah, like he says, it's like $20 or if you do 3 or more, or just $30 total, which is really, really cheap. Or like here for using some of them for $95 for 10 years. So no, they're really, really cheap. And they're not, he's not like Maroon 5 or anything, but I think that it's, for the cost, even if you wanted to buy it for commercial purposes, it's still really cheap. I kind of want to have him say something here. Like him being confused as to what's going on. I should just find an actual audio clip from like Doctor Who of the Doctor saying hello. Yeah, they're dirt cheap for the quality. Well, thank you, Super Tiger. Super Tiger. Alonzi. No, because that wouldn't make any... Well, that would make sense, I guess. No, but I was thinking about confused bit. Like, he doesn't know why he's there. And suddenly they're talking about rocket science. So it'd be like, hello? Like, Actually, it would be funny if it was like, hello, I heard there would be refreshments or something. Like he was lured in because of food. Or something, I don't know. I mean, if I need, I can do the voicing for it, but I highly prefer not to, just because, for one, I'm not good at that kind of thing. Well, I've had people offer different voice things, but it's something so small, I just don't even think it's worth it. Yeah, 11th Doctor would probably have a lot. 12th Doctor wouldn't work for him. I don't know if he's a Matt Smith sounding horse, though. To me, like, if you go with the hair and everything, he's a Tennant. Yeah, he's not a Capaldi, and he's not Eccleston. So I would think you'd have to get a Tennant line. But I'm thinking I might just try to find like a scene, like an audio from a movie or something, of somebody saying something about being refreshments or something. Oops. If I were to do that, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna go to about here.
Dance. Woo! Headshot surgery. Ho!
What'd you find? I will actually click that.
This is your life. Tea. That's all I needed. Good cup of tea. Superheated.
I remember this one. Oh, this is for a season, episode or two, isn't it?
First things first.
Yeah, I don't know about that because he's too happy. I need to go back and watch the Tennant Doctor. He was so good. All of them have been good, but Tennant was exceptional. Yeah, I thought it was the first one because he had the bathrobe on. Yeah, he's too happy. Look at, is this the face of a happy horse? No, he's like super, like, Here, I'll help. Maybe it just needs a little bit of encouragement here. So we'll let's go with like that and. Does that work? Maybe his eyes aren't big enough. I don't think I can make them any wider. Does that work though? I kind of want to make like a Simpsons scream now. One. Why can't I turn you? I think I did that backwards for timing, but I'm going to keep that the same. Okay, so I'm going to go backwards there. That's just weird. Let me try this instead. I thought that would... The tongue acts weird. Actually, that works. Let's do it like that. It's good enough. You're like, ah! Ah! Oleander? Maybe. Testing usually takes longer than I want it to, and when I'm not on a stream, I'm distracted right now. Ah! Ah! We'll do some Mach 5. So fast. Okay. We don't do that before it's permanent. There we go. Get back to normal. Okay.
Headshot surgery. Ho!
So do I want to do a button again, or I wonder if there's a switch. Ugh. It's gonna crash if I do this. So I'm gonna preemptive it. Looks like Kitty's been there for a while. You finally going somewhere, Kitty? You were very warm. Nope, just laying right back in the hole. Okay. Your last time was a lever, and before that time was a button. So yeah, because I was thinking about doing like those big electrical switches. What would you call that? A breaker? I think it would be called a breaker. Aha! There's even a thing for it. Oh, I remember this room. It's all the levers. They'd actually be able to make use of this thing. I kind of wish this thing was bigger. Yeah, I'm not able to increase its size at all with all the because I have all the lighting locked down. No, I reloaded on the wrong shot. Why was I hearing all the audio now?
You got a brain! Woo! Got an idea.
This is go. Oh, it's because if I go at the end, it just pops it back there. I ran out of room.
But I need your help. Rocket science! Woo!
I could put that thing on a different platform and then utilize camera angles. So, if I take Transformer, I put it up higher.
Yeah!
So I just want to find a type of something machine. Probably going to grab from Mega Pack again. It's not creepy looking. Cold drinks. They've got yellow drink, purple drink, Pepsi drink, Mountain Dew drink, and then overpriced water drink. Yellow drink. You might want to double check your yellow drink. At least give it a good sniff first. Water's so good. Water's good. Water's good. Purified drinking water. What's that from? CSGO. There we go. Ooh. I'm pretty sure those switches aren't controllable. Never know though. Okay, those are separated, and that is separated. But the switches? No, you can't control those. I don't understand that. You make a piece of machinery, you put out the model for it, and you don't add a bone for a switch. That bugs me. That actually could be kind of useful. Well, a game dev I can understand. They're not going to put it in. If it's not going to be needed to be pulled, they're not going to put it in. But if somebody's porting a model, at that point, you have the flexibility to do that. It's one of the things that bugged me with the Fallout pack. Is one of the Fallout packs had it was. Oops. There. What was the name of that again? Gear door. So this one, originally, this model didn't have any bones. This was what it was. This was the static model. And I was like, you kidding me? Like, the whole, you put these things out there, but you didn't add any bones. So I went through, I think this one I did myself. And then some of the other drawers and stuff for other models, because I couldn't figure out how to do it because the textures are so close to each other. I think I had Percy Technic help me out with those. But to do this, I went and opened it up in other software and added bones so that they actually could move. And then I went and... That's not right. I don't know why I went to that folder. Yeah, then I went and loaded. I created an animation set, so I actually went and like watched the watched a video on repeat of how the door actually moved, and imitated it as exactly as I could, down to every detail. And it actually turned out pretty good. So, somebody is just, they made the model, but they didn't give the resources needed to actually make it. So, actually that drill, I think, yeah, it kind of goes up a little bit there. So that's not quite perfect, but whatever. Yeah, like in this Fallout game, like the vault door was very small. When you look at Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, the vaults are way different. Like, now the actual doors are way above ground, and there's a platform sitting outside of it, and when the door opens, a platform extends to actually walk across to get to the door, instead of here where there was none. Which to me, this doesn't make as much sense, because how the doors were done, you would have needed some kind of a platform to get all the gear in. Having it as like Fallout 4 and 76 have it where the platform extends across, at least you could transport things in and out more often, or at least easier. But having those like divots in the floor didn't actually make much sense, but it was simpler to do at the time. So I can kind of understand. But I still love the design of it. I thought that the old vault door was neat, and how it worked. It was just like, I don't know. I thought it was just cool. It did its job. I just don't exactly see a device like this pulling this size of a metal object probably made of pure lead from the upper portion of it across metal without any like real lubrication. I really don't see it happening. I don't care how powerful this thing is. Those arms aren't going to be able to hold it. I did figure out when it comes to trees and stuff, some kind of options for that. If you put them into a map on their own, you can modify their textures in such a way to have the like a wind effect added in the map. There's a wind generator you can do, and it will create a artificial wind that will cause the texture themselves to do a vertex type animation. Problem is that when you render it in SFM, it breaks it. It doesn't work. It looks really good in preview, but then it looks like crap in post. One of the examples of this, let me see here. If this is all endings, then it's probably not all hidden endings. Happy ending. I think it's this one. This is a good example of it. So when the door opens, and you can see how the trees move. Well, this guy doesn't have it on. The trees themselves are actually blowing a little bit. It's a little bit. And he might not have had it on. They were actually moving a lot more, or they should be. But that one had it where there were trees swaying, and it was vertex animated. I was like, how do they do that? Well, I figured out how they did that. But it just doesn't work. I was originally working on it as a method to animate Luna's mane, because you could slow down that animation to almost a crawl and make it like really tight. And it did create an animated version of Luna's mane. It worked until I rendered it. And then it looked like crap. So that idea was tossed out the window. The other option I've found is which one is it? Okay. I think it was in scene 4. If you were to add bones to trees, I can understand that would really increase the complexity of a tree. Imagine trying to animate a tree. If you were given bones to make it look realistic, you're going to have to animate every branch to make it look good. Like a single branch, I can see having that nice detail for, but in general, no, it's not going to work. So what I did instead was, like in this shot, to make it these trees move, is I took, I have to remember it too, trees. I'm gonna so this one tree, and you can see that it doesn't really work from all angles. But in this tree, there's a base tree, and this doesn't really do anything. It's just stationary. But then the leaves for that tree have these little, like, look like branches poking out of it. And these ones are, oh, it's going to crash now, are given a couple different bones. And then I just took two of the same tree branches and just like moved them a little bit differently, and that allowed me to have more control and thicker looking leaves. But so that tree is one of the ones I use if I need to, but it only works from like one angle. But I agree that having trees moving, like having animated and stuff in the background, makes things feel way more alive if you can do that. I have some other stuff I wanted to work on coming up that I would need literally everything to move to get the effect I want. Thankfully, the things that I need to have moved are essentially there. The only thing I don't have is potentially a hedge wall. But that I could probably make work from something else. Oh, yeah. It's just I like having it as realistic as possible. So some cheat methods work, but then you're not going to get an effect you want.
Rocket science!
I broke her.
Headshot!
Oh yeah, I was looking for a machine. I really wish there was a way to force SFM to utilize 64-bit, but it's all hard-coded. So I need something I can put another thing on top of, but also with a flat surface that I can put the switch on. Like I could put something on top of that, but no real flat surface for things. Oh no. Neat, but no. Just a battery? It's a big old battery. We got a double battery. Ooh. That looks like fancy text things. Very, verifying. Verifying. Uh-huh. Glad you did your checks of the spellings. I've used that one before. I think I had that one in the Australia video in the pit. Hello, Kelly. Ooh, that's super fancy tech. Is that actually indented or is that all textured? It's just textured. Definitely the natural lighting on it makes that hard to tell. Oh, they did have a little bit. Top has more detail. Oh, this one has more detail on the side. Ooh. Let me see how this looks. Thank you, Lawrence. I don't plan to stop anytime soon. I might actually start doing serious stuff again soon, because I love me some stupid, but I kind of miss doing this serious a little bit too. So one day. Actually, this might work. Yeah, I could put it right there. So let's just turn it like this. Take our transformer. Oh, that's why. It's just literally too big. Well, I know how to fix this. Dude. There we go. Perfectly centered. I feel like if it's done that way, I'm going to decrease the size of this ever so small. Like that. Yeah, because then it actually feels like all the stuff belongs together, at least to a degree. Remembrance Part 2. The problem with Remembrance is I have to be careful though, because I want to play in that universe a little bit more, but the problem is I have made less story in it than Ashley has. Ashley owns it now. So if I were to animate a part, and I have been wanting to, the original prequel idea that I wanted, the before Remembrance bit that was going to give extra context, so it was going to be like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. I kind of still want to do that, but the idea that I would be putting forward would probably go against what her story is, and I don't want to cause confusion. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do that. I haven't caught up with all of her stuff for a little bit, but she's put a lot of time into it, and it's really, really good. And so to me, she owns it more than I do now. So it feels like I'd be kind of I'd be stepping on toes a little bit, which I do not want to do. Intruding, yeah, I can do that. I have a fully fleshed out idea that I would love to do, but I just don't think I'd have to look in or think about it a bit more before making any decision like that.
Headshot surgery!
Oh, I don't like that panel door. No, I wish there was no panel door. And to get rid of it, I would be causing other issues. Because I wanted to have her lean up on it. But it's definitely the best choice in terms of equipment to use. Oh. Very poorly laid out. Smug. I usually try to stay away from modifying text or models in Blender because you have to take it out, you have to export it, then you have to remove it, then you have to resave it and reconvert it back into a model. Just remove a panel. Usually, I hate going through all those steps. just to remove one panel or something like that. I usually just try to find a way around it. Like in this case, if I so wished, I could just like flip the breaker box around and use it from that angle, but then I'm going to still have lighting issues. So I'll just do what I normally would do in this situation, and I'll just leave it there and deal with it at a later point. The model types are, I believe they're like an OBJ type, but in their editable format that you compile is SMD. I've done it all before. Like for the vault door, I did it for the vault door, and I did it and then Percy helped me out with the drawers in the follow video. But to me, the reason that we put the effort into that was because those scenes were essential. The models were already iconic and used. The models were already built for it. They just didn't have the bones for it. And the vault door had to have. I mean, there was no other choice around it. This one, I have an option. I could modify the texture to alpha it out. It's a lot quicker of a method. The problem is that when you do that, the shadow still casts through that object. So if the hoof was up and there was a shadow being cast through it, it would cause a big black line through it. So that's why I probably wouldn't work doing it that way. So I'm just going to do it the cheap way right now.
Headshot surgery! Ho! Oh! Ho! Oh!
Actually, I under zeroed it. Oh, I don't have a B-flex in this one.
Surgery. Ho. 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 Ho.
That won't be the final.
Ho. 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 Ho.
Pretty funny though.
Surgery. Ho. Headshot surgery. Surgery.
None of this is going to be keyframe. This is just planning, so I'm just kind of half-assing a lot of it.
Surgery. Ho. 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 Ho.
So adjust to that. Oh, I have to do it from there. No, I did say do that from there now. Why are you stupid? Whatever. It's a 180 flip. Actually, I don't even want 180.
Surgery. Ho. Ho! Surgery! Ho! Ho!
Actually, I might have her instead look up. Yeah, I'm not worried about the clothing stuff till later. Planning, you don't give a shit. Just do what you need to do.
Shut surgery! Ho! 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 Harry! Ho! Harry! Ho! Hurry! Ho! Ho!
Oh, no, I forgot to. Oh, I did grab that. Oh no, I didn't grab her. There we go.
Ho! Hurry! Ho! Hurry! Ho! Ho!
Oh, this is still a 35 lens. I need to put that to a 50.
Headshot surgery! Headshot surgery! Ho! 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 Three! Ho! 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 Ho!
Hi, Skylight. I love the tone difference. That's the reason I wanted to use this audio.
Surgery! Ho! 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 Headshot surgery! Ho!
Oh yeah, the lighting is set to be animated from the top, isn't it?
Shot sur-
Oh, the lights are actually broken. I'll have to set it up. I can do the exact same thing as I did with the other one to go from the bottom.
Surgery! Ho!
So then, it might crash here doing, yeah, it's gonna crash here doing that. There'd be a buildup of audio of stuff.
Ho!
Probably cut it there.
Surgery. Ho.
Um. I've been doing pretty good. How are you? I was thinking about doing another panic moment similar to what I did with Scootaloo before. Not with Twilight, but with between him and whatever the sciencey stuff is. So this would be... surgery. Because I can just do like different sciencey noises. I don't know if I can get some like other machines doing stuff. Your 1070 died. That sucks. How long did you have it for? Ah, okay, well that's good.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Oh, this shot was different. We adjusted it. This is why I wanted to do most of this stuff beforehand.
Shut surgery. Ho.
Okay, so do I want to go back to him right away for the panic? I don't think so. I think I want to go to something with machinery first. But it needs to be machinery that I can animate. Let's see if I can look up machinery and then with sequences. None of these are going to have sequences. Yeah, none of the Mega Pack was ported with sequences built in. Because if it had a sequence, it almost always means there's some kind of a bone. What will be another term for like something generic that's a machine? Engine? Because like this stuff looks fantastic, but unless I can actually move pieces of it, it's not really useful to me. Yeah, like here. It's machinery, but what kind of machinery? Let's see here. Some of these have built-in sequences. I can always like make my own custom gears. I don't want those. Oh yeah, but if I remember right, the gears aren't, they're all sideways. None of them are like built to work that well. I guess that's something. That actually might. That might actually work. Oh, some more gears. Might require some poking on my side. Good luck trying to find a 1080 Ti. They discontinued them, from what I know. You have to like get the 2000 series now. Yeah, you read that just after I said it. Yeah. Not to say that the 2000 series is bad. It's just more expensive for really nothing gained. Maybe like a shorthand for machine. Yeah, because this looks good. Oops. I just got a table there. Yeah, that looks good. Dr. Breen's Private Reserve. Ooh, yeah. Any more? It's all like vending machines. Yeah, like having these generators, kind of like bouncing, would be great, but that's a whole lot of work. Yeah, and then again, the Megapack's not going to have any animation. Oh, okay, yeah. If you're getting this old 1080 Ti, that's great. Because I have a 1080 Ti, and I had to upgrade the rest of my computer just to keep up with the thing. That's the mustache difference is funny. Because my graphics card could pump out everything at really great frame rates, but then if any like particles picked up, the rest of my computer couldn't keep up. With my recent upgrades, it's a lot easier. Now I have no problem. I'm not sure how to do that. I know for sure I do not want to utilize this shot. I do not want this being shown. From before, there could be context for it being just machine, but now people looking at it, you see this, it makes you think it's going to spin. So that means that if I do show him, I have to do it from like this angle. I cannot show the bits to the side, or like right here or something. But I might have to think on that. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it's getting there. Actually, I want to see if this is gonna crash to audio again, so I'm not gonna. I was gonna say look up like key taps.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help. Rocket science! Woo! Headshot surgery! Ho!
Got a lot of audio to add still. So I'm going to do a bit more build up on that. See, like a scope creep. But like the machinery and stuff, that should, once I figure out what to do there, that should be pretty easy. Animating wise, it's actually not that difficult. The most difficult animations I think to do here are going to be this part. Like all this other stuff is just standing and talking, nothing complicated. But then
Squishy! Yeah!
that won't even be that bad. I think I'm going to have the squishy, yeah,
Yeah!
be essentially just looking at where's my mallets? No way to show which ones I'm looking at is there. There we go.
Ho!
Wow. Oh, there you are.
Squishy! Yeah!
This is kind of what I wanted to have it do is
Squishy! Yeah!
like have her. You don't see her say it. You just see this.
Squishy! Yeah!
Oh yeah. Well, the scope. I always expect it to. I expect this by the time I actually, like see here.
Surgery! Ho!
So I'm assuming sciencey stuff.
Squishy!
Yeah, that'd probably be about the right timing.
Yeah! Now grab the brain!
And so then the idea was I want to have it go do that,
Squishy! Yeah!
then have this lift up right afterwards.
Yeah! Yeah!
Then have the brain be there instead. And have the camera like zoom in on it with some kind of like like "ah" noise.
Now grab the brain.
Then I probably wouldn't have the camera back to Twilight to point for Spike to run forward, which is what would be one of the other complicated parts because I want Spike to go and grab the brain. He's going to take that out, and then so yeah. And then nope, not that one. This one. Have that platform go down. Oh, not that far. Probably like down to like there. Maybe there. And then have, because I'm going to keep it at a low angle so you don't have to, well, you can even just have a clip and not care. And then have rocket come up, and then you can throw the brain in there, and then have the other rocket, yeah, after the camera cuts away, it actually like launch up, and have the ceiling set so that the ceiling can open. So I think I got the rest of it, at least in a general sense, planned out. It's just about getting it down on paper. The only thing that's kind of the unknown right now is the the sciencey stuff. I wonder if I can. No, I can't do a bigger circle thing. Anyway, so but I gotta think on some of that stuff. So I'm gonna cut it here. I'll work on this more on Friday for show, where we can double the length again. So, no, it wouldn't fall over. It's too big. I want to actually have it launch into space because it would just be, or not even into space, just launch, because it seems ridiculous and stupid. It's over the top. It makes no sense, and that's why I love it. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday, do some more of it and stuff. So thanks for coming. Again, I don't have kitty button yet. I keep forgetting about that. So do that kitty button. It's dead. It's close enough. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.